I would say it's the fact that I don't have a filter, or
Okay.
I don't have a very good filter.
Okay.
So I'm the type of friend that you invite to a party,
Yeah.
and then you call them up before the party to say, this person's coming, don't say this, and that person's coming, don't say that.
Hello and welcome back to your favourite and the only podcast that helps singles find a date. I'm your host, Katie Mack, and this is your chance to listen to some authentic dating profiles and get in touch if you think you and my guest today would have a great time on a date. Also, teeny small favour from me today. There are these awards for British podcasting called the British Podcast Awards. Pretty self-explanatory. And you can now vote for Single Sounds to win the Listener's Choice Award. I'll be up against some huge names, and it would be an absolute dream come true if a small independent podcast like this one could be up there in the running. To be honest, I feel like I'm already one step closer as both my parents have already voted. Winning! So, if you have 2 seconds to spare and want to do something for someone today, please click the link and vote for an underdog. I'll put the link in the show notes under this episode, wherever you're listening, or you can find it in the link in my bio on Instagram. Thank you. And also, it actually does take 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds. You just type it in, single sounds, boop, 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 submit. Anyway, this week's character doesn't have a filter, but you won't be short of friends in Fulham if you date this man. We discussed very important topics like, is it an ick to have an Android? And how divisive pineapple is. You'll win him over if you love pizza, sit-down showers, and are open to playing 18 holes at the weekend. And if you are really lucky, he might even take the blame for your most embarrassing bodily moments. Hello, welcome to Single Sounds.
Oh yeah.
Happy you're here. Let's dive into your profile. Who, what, where. So first question, who are you sexually attracted to?
Women.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what are you looking for?
Open to anything, really.
Okay.
Long term, short term, we'll see.
As in you just want to go on some dates, meet some new people?
Exactly. Yeah.
And wherever it goes.
100%.
Nice. Any height, age preferences?
I am 6'3", 6'3", we'll say. 6'2" with tax. And so, I mean, like, at least,
Or is it like 2.5?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I say like 5'5" to 5'10", which is pretty wide berth. Age 25 to 30. And if you asked me last week, it would have been 24 to 30. I'd find it really weird to date someone under my brother's age. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, that's so
It's
fair.
just a preference.
No,
So my brother turned 25 on Saturday, so now my bottom age is 25.
It's funny that makes so much
Yeah.
sense to me because I actually have 2 younger brothers, but I know if one of them was dating a girl my age, I'd be like, it's a bit weird because they're my age.
Yeah.
Like you could throw back to school, don't you? And you just go like, oh, but they're in my year. Like I don't know why. It's such a weird
really
thing.
Strange.
It's a bit of an ick.
Yeah, we'll get onto the icks, don't worry.
Yeah, I do actually have a friend. So she dates. There's a brother like in her year, but she dates the older brother, and I always find like I wonder if he thinks that's weird.
They definitely would. I know. I don't know if my brother would, but it's just a subconscious thing in my mind. It's like, right, they've got to be older than my brother. They can be 25 and be younger than my brother in that year.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's just a psychological thing in my mind.
Yeah,
I don't
can't
know
be
why.
the year
If it's younger
below.
than my brother, it's really young.
Yeah. And then also you're like, wait, but they could actually date my brother too. And then
Yeah.
that's kind of like,
And then it's competition.
yeah. I wouldn't like that.
And I always say, I got the intelligence, Louis got the looks.
Threatened. Does he have a girlfriend?
He's single, but that's not the point. I'm on this podcast.
I can get him on next.
I'll ask him. Thanks.
Okay, and final bit, where would you like to date?
So, do people say where they live?
Yeah, or like,
It's an area.
yeah, like South London.
I think it's
I mean, you can go
really
specific.
relevant for me to stay where I live because a lot of my friends would tell you it's so difficult to get me out of my area.
Oh, okay, yeah,
because I love it so much. I live in Fulham. I work there. I know everyone there, so it's just really nice. And I feel like I work like long hours, so having that ease of access.
Yeah.
I'm not just generalising it to Fulham. I will travel for the right person, I promise. But I think southwest.
Yeah. No, it's a big area.
And south of the river, not really.
No.
Again, that's a joke.
No, it's fine. So many people say that, honestly. You're not the first and you definitely won't be the last. Okay, so we're going to move on to the 3 A's. This is so you can have a successful relationship. And you need affection, adventure, and acceptance.
Tick,
so we're gonna,
tick.
Yeah, all the 3 A's. So we're going to start with acceptance. Will they be accepting of your flaws and your quirks?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully you don't have too many. First one, what is your most toxic trait?
I would say it's the fact that I don't have a filter. Or I don't have a very good filter.
Okay.
So I'm the type of friend that you invite to a party.
Yeah.
And then you call them up before the party to say, this person's coming, don't say this. And that person's coming, don't say that. And regardless of that, I'll have a few drinks and I'll say it anyway. So, yeah, my lack of filter is sometimes puts me in a bad spot. But,
fair enough.
It would definitely be the filter.
It's funny, though, how you have to do that at parties. I 100% do it with, I pre-warn people that I know they get carried away and then they'll just say something and I'll be like, oh, I wasn't meant to tell you that. So don't repeat it.
Yeah. Literally, my friend got married the other week and we were going to the reception. He called me. He was like, my mum's coming. Whatever you do, don't say this.
Oh, yeah. Classic. What was it?
Not PG.
Didn't catch you out.
I didn't say it either, just for the record.
Yeah. Fair enough. No, that's good of you. Well done. Yeah. It's hard sometimes.
Pat on the back. Especially after 5 beers.
Yeah. We just forget, don't you? And then you slip it out.
And then you wake up in the morning having forgotten with 7 texts on your phone going, what's your problem, mate?
Yeah. Oh, no.
I feel like that doesn't paint a very good light, but I guess that's the point of a toxic trait. I have an Android and apparently that's a toxic trait as well.
That is a bit of an egg. I wasn't going to be like...
That's what everyone says to me.
Yeah.
Everyone says it.
Their cameras are good. I'll give you that.
Their cameras are really... They're actually a lot... There's a lot more access to the iPhone. I just don't like being held prisoner by Apple.
Yeah, that's fair. I get on board with that.
You say that you've got the HP on your lap right now, see?
No exactly. No Mac. Oh, it's fucking too expensive. Yeah. I literally use this for podcasting. I need it to be able to download audio files and that's all I need. Yeah. I don't need the high graphics and the coding capabilities. You know what I mean?
Shove it, Apple, from me and Katie.
I also don't have an Apple Watch. I've got a Nokia.
Nice.
But yeah, I do have AirPods, but I hate them. They're shit. So... I don't think I'll be getting another.
I've got Galaxy Buds too.
Are they better?
Highly recommended. But this is not a tech podcast. So.
I feel like people need to know of London. Yeah. All of us with our AirPods.
Anyway, that goes out to all the women that have now stopped listening because I have a Samsung.
Do you know what it is? What's icky is the stories. Because you can tell that the text and the emojis are so different. So when they put up Instagram stories, I'm like... Ew, what is that?
All right.
And the quality's just not the same. And it's not even like it's bad, it's just a bit grainy.
But you just, at the start of this conversation, you complimented how good the camera was.
No, but that's why I think it's some weird glitch with when you upload it to social media, the quality just goes odd on it. But maybe it's just too high def, that's why it's grainy, I don't know.
Fair enough, yeah.
But yeah, I can, you can always tell if someone's got an Android from what they the story, and it's the text and the emojis, because the emojis don't look normal. They look like cheap versions of the emoji.
The best one I heard was you can change the keyboard on the Samsung, and one of them is
I didn't know that.
Really italic writing.
Oh yeah.
And one girl was like, I just had a bloke. I was dating a bloke that had the italic writing, and I was like, no, I can't do it anymore.
You can, as in
your
if you've
keyboard
got
looks
a text.
No, yeah. If you got a text from someone,
it would be in italics. It would be in
italics and fancy.
Is that how people do it on their bio? Oh, fuck's sake. I always thought that was some really clever hack. No, they're just changing their keyboard.
They have an Android.
They have an Android. Oh, it's even more of a nick. I thought that was impressive. I thought people were hacking into it a bit like you used to with Bebo and like
I'm
changing
sure you
the
can
font.
do it on an iPhone, but
there's probably an app, but that's what I thought people were doing. But I was like, that's actually kind of lame. They've gone to all that trouble, but actually no, they've just changed their keyboard. Fuck. That is an ick though. I hope your keyboard's just normal.
Well, imagine what my icks are going to be then.
I know. Well, these are icks for you. Sorry.
That's all right.
To be fair, there are lots of other diehard Android users, so maybe we can find one of those.
I wouldn't say I'm diehard.
No.
It's what I have. It's what I got. The deal was good at the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a deal hunter. Sue me.
Okay. Next is more flaws or
Great.
quirks. What are your shower thoughts?
Right. So I normally don't, like, I love a lie-in, right? So when I get in the shower in the morning to go to work, it's 5 minutes in, out.
Okay.
There's no time for thoughts. It's shit, I'm running late for work. Let's get in and out and go. The only time I have a long shower will be when I'm hungover on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning. And it was actually a couple of weeks ago, I was in the shower on a Sunday morning. And again, this is probably going to go horribly for me, but I don't know if anyone else does this, but I sit down in the shower when I'm hungover.
Yeah.
Because like it's a lot of effort when you're hungover to stand up. You've got a banging headache. And so I just like to pop a squat, sit down, relax. But then I was thinking, I moved into my flat quite recently and the shower is okay at best. So I sat down and I thought, wow, how has the water got so much colder from only moving 2 feet further down? Like, it's wild how cold the water gets from the top of the shower to the bottom of the shower. Just blows my mind.
Well,
like, surely the heat of the water should be
a little bit
consistent,
a bit more consistent.
all the way down until it hits the board, and then it gets cold. I understand.
I understand it then.
That was the shower thought I had the other day. It's not really a shower thought. It's just
it was ruining your hungover shower.
Yeah,
though.
It was cold, and I couldn't turn it up anymore. It was on full. And it was
like
freezing,
scalding yourself.
And it became a depressed shower. Like, normally when I'm hungover, those showers when they're hot are like a nice release. I sweat
reviving.
everything out. No, this was like cold rain on a miserable Sunday morning.
And you've got beer fear.
Beer fear. My housemate had her family coming to visit. And I was just like, I'm not in a good situation right now. What do I do to get myself out of this? Go in the shower and it's freezing. Sat down, but then I stood up and it was surprisingly hotter. That's the point of a thought, I guess.
Bit rude of your shower though to make you stand up in that state.
Not
for the heat.
On that. It's not on. Straight back to bed, lying down.
Well, I literally had someone on this podcast saying that it was so long ago. She said she like lies down sometimes
in the shower.
Yeah, because she like that's how hungover she is, or just like depressed. She'll just lie down.
That doesn't work because you're only hitting one part of your body. The rest of your body must be freezing cold.
So weird. And I also was like, I don't get how this is happening. Like,
I just got that Eminem Dido song. Tears gone cold, I'm wondering why. I won't sing again.
People do sing.
Cut that.
No, it's staying in. That's staying in. Okay, let's move on to adventure now. So you're going to take us on a journey with your stories. No, this is the best question. What is your worst dating story?
Sure.
If we must.
Here we go. So I finished studying and I was working for my parents. Mm-hmm. And I did that for about nearly a year, I'd say. And I just wanted to go and see the world.
Yeah.
So I went to Southeast Asia and I was traveling there for what was supposed to be 3 months. It ended up being 6 months. And then after that, Australia for 2 years. But that's a whole different story. My mum wasn't happy every time I called her saying, I'm not coming back now. And it happened a few times.
Yeah. 3 months, 6 months, probably like another year.
Yeah, exactly. But I was actually in a place in Vietnam called Da Lat.
Okay.
And it's like, in Vietnam, it's one of the highest cities in terms of feet above the sea level.
Okay.
I was traveling alone. So every hostel I was going to, it was like, right, You've got to get up. You've got to go make friends. You've got to go and do things with other people.
Yeah.
That's the point of you being here.
Yeah.
To see things. And it's not fun doing it alone after 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So we went canyoning during the day, which is like diving off cliffs.
Okay.
And we were all in a big group, about 8 of us. And then we went back to the hostel. We're having a few drinks. And there was this lovely Irish girl that I met. And we went out afterwards. We got pretty close and came back to the hostel. We went to bed, one thing leads to another, as they say. The cliche, that old cliche. And I woke up in the morning, one half of my boxers was soaking wet.
No. Just hot.
Is this appropriate? I keep going?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's all fine.
You're engaged now.
Yeah. Come on, I'm ready. It's the half. It's confusing.
So I'm lying there in the bed. It's like 7:30. Again, I'm going on a day trip. So I'm like, right, I need to be out of bed by 8 for breakfast and then out on the coach by 9. I kind of climb over said Irish girl, get out of bed, jump in the shower. And I'm just wondering, like, why are half of my boxes, when I say half, like a little bit of one leg where I've been lying on my side.
Yeah.
It was soaking wet. And I was like, what is going on here? It's really weird. Maybe I was sweating, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hot.
You get hot in those hostels. They don't have any AC whatsoever. Anyway, go out for the day, come back in the afternoon, had a lovely day. Get back in. And the hostel staff go up to me, you're the boy that pissed the bed. You're the boy that pissed the bed. And I was like, no, I am not the boy that pissed the bed. I can assure you of that.
Yeah.
So anyway, back up to the room where I see her again. And I'm like, just a quick question.
Did you piss the bed?
Did you pee the bed last night? Because I'm being accused of peeing the bed here in front of the whole hostel, bearing in mind the 15 people I just got back into the hostel with in front of all of them.
No.
Now will think that I pissed the bed. And she was like, yeah, really sorry about that. I pissed the bed. And I was like, okay, right.
At least she admitted it. That would have been easy to be like, it wasn't.
Is it okay if you take the blame? Like, I'll pay if anything like has to be paid, etc., etc., etc. So my chivalry kicks in.
You took the blame.
Well, to be fair, everyone thought it was me anyway.
Yes, she was really been done.
I don't have any form for peeing the bed anyway.
Now I'm doubting this whole story. Like, did you actually pee the bed?
No, I didn't.
No.
I can assure you.
But that is pretty. That's a good worst dating story, though.
That is the worst.
No one's
dating
told
story
that
I've ever been
before,
on.
so yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's a
first.
I'm a bit worried. How many people do you get on that talk about peeing the bed?
I've only done it once when I was really, really drunk.
Me too.
Yeah, just the once.
Yeah,
just the once.
just one time.
Just that one time.
Only once.
I feel like you do it once and you never do it again. Maybe it was her first go. Her first rodeo.
She just did it on me. At least I found out that morning something that I didn't have a fetish for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden showers.
That is. I feel like I'm bringing the tone of this podcast way, way down.
No, this is what it's always like.
Okay, good. Yeah, not into golden showers. Sorry, girls. Anyone out there listening?
That's your fetish, not for me. Might be different if it's not like on your weird side of your boxes, but yeah. Bless. She must have been so embarrassed.
She thought she got away with it. I bet she thought I left.
Yeah.
Because people move on all the time.
Yeah.
I can blame that English bloke.
Well, she probably thought like maybe he got out because of it though.
Yeah.
So I'd be really worried about.
Shock of her life when I walked back in.
Okay. Let's move on to what is your TED Talk topic?
Yeah, this was a tough one. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
The second one of this was like really hard because I was thinking about it, and I landed on TED Talk. I was like, Google TED Talks, and you have to speak about something for 18 minutes.
Do you?
That's how long a TED Talk is.
I like this research.
18 minutes.
That's
and I
a
was
long
like,
time.
Realistically, what could I speak about for 18 minutes? And I came up with 3 things.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Property.
Nice.
Which no one's interested in, so I'm not going to do that. Liverpool Football Club, which again, it splits opinions. So I'm not going to go into football at all. And then the last one I landed on was pineapple.
Pineapple?
Yeah.
Okay.
How divisive is pineapple? If you think about it, people love it, people hate it, people love it on pizza, people hate it on pizza. In drinks, like hate pineapple on pizza, love pineapple in vodka.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
I would not put it on pizza, but that's just because it doesn't belong on tomato.
Yeah.
It's just fucking weird.
Someone I know has pineapple and pepperoni on pizza.
Oh,
and then eats it with a knife and fork from the centre out.
That person has problems.
It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
That person has actual problems. The centre out, that's so creepy.
Yeah.
Well, because, I mean, the crust is the worst bit.
Hang on.
Do you not think so?
No,
Unless it's stuffed.
Have you been to Crisp Pizza in Hammersmith?
No.
So
Crisp
like, Pizza.
Yeah.
It's called Crisp W6 at the Chancellor's Pub in Hammersmith.
Okay. I'm a big pizza
Great first date spot.
That's where you'll be going.
So there's this guy who does pizza reviews. I don't know if you've seen them. They're like on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He did Crisp Pizza. He's from America and he's done like hundreds in America. And he rates them out of 10. And he gave Crisp Pizza an 8.3.
Which is pretty good.
Which is like a really high score for him.
And for
he said
London,
it was the
probably.
best pizza in the UK.
Wow.
So I know it's a big title,
That is.
but you literally have to contact the guy on Instagram 48 hours before to book the dough for your pizza on a Thursday night.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool, though.
Yeah. And we're here on a Thursday night, and
Oh, God, I could have
just because I didn't book my dough in time.
We could have recorded there.
Yeah.
That would have been so.
Yeah.
She run a pizza place today.
It's super loud there, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
it's
always.
packed, honestly. You can't get a seat. And because it's become so well known now, it is a bit like draining to go there because it's so busy, and it was fine before. But honestly, the pizza is next level. They have a standard, like, thin pizza. And then they have something called the grandma pizza. Okay. And it's like thick and it's in a rectangle. And they do pepperoni and hot honey on it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh,
I love honey on cheese. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think so. The spicy stuff.
Spicy, soft sausage.
I don't know how
it's like sausage
I'm
pate.
Try.
That's really good.
Nuja.
Nuja.
Fuck knows.
But yeah, never put pineapple on anything like that.
No. But you're right. I'd love it in a fruity cocktail.
There you go.
Perfect. I like it to eat raw as well. Just sliced up. No, not a fan.
It's texture for me. I like the taste of it, but the texture of pineapple is so stringy.
It is like, quite.
I can't decide if I'm a fan of pineapple or not a fan of pineapple. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't have an honest answer for you.
That's how I feel about oranges. So the texture of oranges kind of weird me out. Like a proper sliced orange, the ones that you used to have at school, you make them out of like gum shields. Yeah. That kind of orange.
Big orange, agree. Yeah. Small satsumas, love, because I love that little pop when you when you get
but that texture is different somehow. It's not stringy like
absolutely.
You said. I've never known what I didn't like about oranges, and now we figured it out. The stringiness. It's good. It's a good TED Talk. To be fair, I'd attend that. Learning all about pineapple. You could get the audience to have a little vote. Like, exactly. What version of pineapple do you like?
Mm-hmm. Get through that 18 minutes quick.
And then you could just like divert it into pizza.
Yeah, big pizza fan.
Yeah, me too. It's my favourite food.
Me too.
Oh, that's a green flag.
Finally got one.
Green flag. Android red. Pizza green.
Just throw the phone across the room.
Chuck it away. Okay. Oh, good transition anyway, because we are moving on to your biggest ick, the affection section. So what is your biggest ick?
Sure. So I have one serious one.
Okay.
And one not so serious one.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you want to hear first?
The serious one.
The serious one?
Yeah.
Okay, so people that make one thing their whole personality.
No, that's fair.
That's a big ick for me.
Yeah.
Like, I respect everybody and I respect everybody's opinions, but when you're constantly shoving that opinion down everyone's throats, like, no, I'm not about that. So, like, I'm left wing and I only date people that are left wing.
Yeah.
I'm conservative. I only date people that are conservative.
Yeah.
I'm vegan and,
Yeah, I was going to say vegan was a big one for me. That's what first sprung to mind. I definitely met some people and they just make veganism their whole personality. It's like, I don't go around telling people that I eat meat and I love it. I just eat meat and get on with it.
Exactly.
Like, it's bizarre.
Exactly. And you can do that and you can eat vegetables all you want. But I also have questionable... I also question the fact that people like to make sausages out of vegetables Well, why do you need to do that if you love vegetables so much?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
just have sausages or vegetables. You don't need sausage vegetables. Do you know? It's just ridiculous.
No, 100%. I've definitely thought that with the fake meat. It's like, wait, why are we making fake? Just have tofu.
Yeah.
Like, or just
or vegetables. Like, that's what you want.
To have to make plant-based.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I think that's for people that do it for sustainability and want to think they're still eating meat, maybe. But then I don't.
But then the processing of that vegetables probably uses as much
like water
carbon
and energy
emissions as processing the meat does.
Yeah, so just have the veggies on their own.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been to vegan restaurants and I've had good vegan food, and it's great.
It is
and
really
I love
good.
It.
It's so good. Have you been to Mildred's? That's so good.
No, I haven't.
Oh, they do like a chicken burger that's not chicken.
Wouldn't have it. Sorry.
It's great though.
Out of principle.
It's like you don't even know. It's bizarre. I mean, maybe this is who it's for. Maybe it's to convert the meat eaters. Although I just feel like they're not the ones buying it in supermarkets. So I can get it at a restaurant more.
Exactly. And the fake meat costs more than the real meat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine how much it's costing to make.
Well, that's the thing. It will all be a markup. Yeah. So, yeah, it probably will be really expensive.
Yeah. The unserious one is Doc Martens.
Okay.
And the reason for it is, I'm not sure if you remember this, but at school, we had to wear Doc Martens.
Did you?
Yeah. So it's like
part
of my school uniform. And people wear it as like a fashion statement and they're so trendy. And I'm like, no, I wore them at school. Like, they're not cool. Like,
I feel like we might need to explain what your school was. Yeah, everyone's going to be like, what?
Yeah, so I went to a naval school and part of our uniform was like Doc Martens. It was like a naval shirt with epaulettes on. And then every third Sunday we had to march and we wore like naval hats and
it was
black
serious.
suits and we had to shine our shoes and stuff. But luckily,
shine your dog.
No, they weren't. They were other shoes actually for marching. We had two pairs of school shoes. They were our marching shoes. But yeah, that's why it just brings back not necessarily bad memories, but memories of like, you know.
Yeah, just
that's not cool.
That's not cool. Yeah,
because no one wants to wear school uniform.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's 100%. Like a subconscious thing where you're like, why would anyone choose to wear school uniform?
Yeah, 100%. It's like even my school uniform colours, I would never buy those colours anymore. Like, and they're actually not that bad as general colours, especially the blue. Like, lots of people wear that blue now. It's like a cobalt blue.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I've got nothing in my wardrobe of that colour because
that's school.
That's school colours.
It's a subconscious thing, isn't it? It's weird. I don't know.
Because it was like our jumper and our skirt. Like, it was, and I had blue tights again. Like, oof, no one would ever wear those. But yeah, that makes sense.
Someone that wears Doc Martens might wear those. Blue tights, Dockers.
Yeah, yeah. I think they are quite nice shoes. To be fair, they've come back a lot in fashion with the whole wearing dresses and stuff. So.
And I like blue tights.
Yeah. I don't think you do. Okay, let's move on to your bestie rec.
The good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we hope so.
Wow.
Are you ready for yours?
Oh God. This could ruin all my hard work.
Hello everyone. You should definitely date my pal. If you're on the fence or sort of considering it and not too sure, you should definitely do it. And you can trust me. I'm fucking sound. You should date him for a few reasons. Main one, he's just the life and soul. He's always such a good time. And I've got a really good example of this in the last couple months. I just went out for a night with him, literally just me and him. And that's great. He's the kind of guy you just need him. You don't need anyone else. But we went out just me and him. They went to a pub, and it's kind of his area of London. It's not a part I know as well. Don't know people around there. Don't know the places, the bars that well. So I was a bit, but it's him, so I'll go with him. I swear to God, by the time we'd walked in, ordered our drinks, and put our drinks down at the table, he had been greeted enthusiastically by 14 different people across different groups. That's not one big group he knew. That was, I think, 4 or 5 different groups, and I counted 14 people. Went up to him, we're like, hey mate, how you doing? We ended up drinking. I met all these people through him, had such a great time. Everyone clearly loved him. Then went to this afters, all just through him. This was all him on the night, winging it, because everyone sees him. They are so happy to see him. His entire life is just people coming up to him with a smile on their face because they love seeing him because he's always so much fun. And he's so gregarious and so out there. But I think beneath all that as well, he does just want a queen to spoil and be incredibly nice to, because he is a sweetie deep down. It's deep, deep down. It's deeper than the Titanic wreckage those lads died trying to find. But he is an absolute sweetie, and he will treat you so well, because he does to everyone. But just make sure, if he says he's working on the weekend, make sure he's not taking his golf clubs with him, because he loves a cheeky 18. So that's all. Date my pal. Cheers. God bless.
Love you, Small.
Very cute.
That was great.
Yeah.
I thought he could have done me a lot dirtier than he did, so...
Yeah, he gets it PG.
Thank you, mate. God. I mean, he proved my point about Fulham anyway, didn't he?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know that's Fulham, but I'm pretty sure. After your earlier answer, I was like, it all makes sense.
Yeah, I actually picked him up on the way back from the golf course. I would love a girl that plays golf, by the way. That would be a big, big bonus.
Oh, wouldn't they all? My boyfriend would love me to play golf. He's tried many a time. My dad's finally won my mum over. She now takes lessons.
Does she?
Yeah, and she claimed she could hit it was something ridiculous. 150 yards. No, that doesn't sound like that many. I don't know. I wish I knew now.
It's a good hit.
No, it was actually ridiculous. And my brother was like, pro golfers don't hit that far with that particular iron.
Yeah, my mum does the same with one. She hit one golf shot in her life and she chipped it out of a bunker and it went in. And she said, "Do you remember when I did this?" I was like, what about the other 300 shots you had that round? We don't talk about those. That was really nice, though.
It was nice.
That was very long. Maybe you could have shortened that a bit, Small.
No.
Feedback. Feedback too long. You could have stood close to the mic because no one could really hear you. It took us about 10 minutes to set up so I could hear.
I don't know if that's my problem though. I feel like it isn't that quiet, but maybe funny.
No, well, I need to take tips from him anyway because he's married. So, he talks sensible things.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if we're going with someone's recommendation, a married man is good.
Mm. Yeah, or maybe he just lives vicariously through me.
True.
Yeah.
He probably wants you never to be in a relationship.
That's what that actually the story about that night is. I was on my way back from Southampton. I just played golf. And he called me and he goes, "What are you doing?" My wife, she doesn't get back from Brazil until next week, so I just need one more night of freedom. She want to come for a drink, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll pick you on the way up from golf." So I picked him up, and we walked to the pub, which is about a 10-minute walk from mine. And he's going all the way down there. He's going, "Don't worry, mate. I'll wingman you. You know, I've got you with all the girls. I'm the best wingman in the world. Like all this, that, the other." And I was like, "Don't worry about it, mate," because I knew where we were going. I walked in and there was like this person, that person, that person. I turned around and he goes, "What the fuck is going on? You know everyone in this pub."
Yeah. Can't wingman you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Yeah, I know him."
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole.
Yikes. That's going to be like, already been there, done that.
No, that's slut shaming. That's slut shaming.
Slut shaming
Don't
yourself.
slut shame me.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
I didn't ask, are you going to do a one-word review or a little summary?
I think a one-word review. I think I've done enough talking.
Yeah. Do one-word review.
Can I use the word gregarious even though I didn't know what it meant in the bestie rec? That's the word I choose. Gregarious. Because it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go with that.
That's it.
I want to get the definition right. It's a good word. It basically means like really social. So yeah, it works.
Perfect for me.
But only in Fulham. Gregarious is limited to
for
Fulham.
the right girl, I could potentially be gregarious anywhere. Sounds wrong, doesn't it?
No, it's good. Okay. Thanks so much for coming.
No worries, it's been a pleasure. I loved it.
Good.
I loved it.
Who wouldn't want a dose of gregariousness in their dating lives? You can date this guest by contacting the podcast on Instagram @SingleSounds or via email to let me know. Links and details are listed in the description or the show notes on the app you're listening to. And whilst you're there, please chuck me a vote for the British Podcast Awards. Thank you. I'll be back next week with another gorgeous single. Thanks for listening as always and have a great week. Bye.